Hello everyone, we finally have long detailed notes for Battlefield 6 Season 2 beyond that 6-second gas mask teaser. Season 2 is set to address several core issues, including hit registration, desync, combat inconsistency, and, my personal favorite, some long overdue love for jets. We also have official news about new maps. Yes, maps, plural. It's now confirmed that the Season 2 map will be called Contaminated, and EA has shared several screenshots. We'll take a closer look at those. On top of that, a fan-favorite map from Battlefield 4 Golmud Railway has also been officially confirmed. Before we get into the details, here's a shiny Joy Killer subscription animation for everyone. Let's start with the new map, Contaminated. The name already explains the green toxic gas we saw in that short teaser. No concrete gameplay mechanics have been revealed yet, but I'm expecting something similar to the fire control mechanic from Operation Firestorm, where you could trigger fire to flush out players camping in the tower. Based on the screenshots, we can see what looks like an underground shelter entrance. One possible mechanic could involve activating a system that fills the shelter with toxic gas, dealing damage over time and forcing infantry to evacuate. Another possibility is the opposite, a gas-covered battlefield where shelters act as safe zones. Personally, the second option makes more sense, but we'll have to wait and see. EA also shared some details about the map's size. Contaminated will be comparable to Eastwood and Mirak Valley, and is also being compared to classic Battlefield maps like Quentin Scar from Battlefield 1 and Arras from Battlefield 5. Visually, the environment reminds me a lot of Monte Grappa from Battlefield 1, though I think that's just an aesthetic similarity. Layout-wise, I don't expect much resemblance. I've seen leaked gameplay footage of Contaminated on Reddit, and honestly, it looks like another fairly flat, generic Battlefield 6 map, almost like a reskinned, smaller Liberation Peak. I'll go much deeper into Battlefield 6's map design issues in an upcoming video. I'm still preparing that one, so stick around if that interests you. Anyway, moving on. Alongside the new map, we're finally getting a new vehicle, the long-awaited AH-6 Little Bird. Technically, the Little Bird is already in the game, just not in multiplayer. I'm a bit skeptical about this addition though. In Battlefield 2042, the Little Bird was incredibly frustrating to deal with when flown by skilled players. Hopefully it's better balanced this time. One detail from the notes really caught my attention. EA states that the Little Bird will be part of early testing to evaluate how it fits into the broader vehicle ecosystem. That wording gives me the impression that more vehicles could be coming in Season 2 and they're testing how everything interacts together. I might be reading too much into it, but fingers crossed. Now let's talk about jets. Straight from the notes, EA confirms they'll be running exploratory tests across aircraft and vehicle combat systems, including initial testing of aircraft radar, which they describe as an important part of the aircraft gameplay experience. And while I appreciate this, I have to ask, why wasn't this in the game from day one? Aircraft radar isn't a new system. It's been a core part of Battlefield for years. Leaving it out feels like launching tanks without cannons or engineers without repair tools. This shouldn't be a seasonal feature, it should have been standard at launch. Beyond radar, there will also be adjustments to RPGs and tow launchers, which should improve jet survivability against missile-heavy gameplay. Hit registration improvements are also on the table. Personally, I haven't experienced major issues, but there have been plenty of community complaints. According to EA, future testing will focus on improving hit registration and overall combat consistency, which they describe as one of the most complex areas of development. These issues aren't tied to a single fix, they require iterative changes across multiple systems and extensive testing over time. On top of that, EA also mentioned on X that they're working on the relationship between time to kill and limb multipliers. However, the message there is similar. Multiple changes still need validation, and getting things right will take time through testing. So, I understand the process, but this clearly won't be an instant fix. Hopefully, it pays off in the long run. Another major headline is the return of Golmud Railway from Battlefield 4. Before getting too excited, it's worth noting that Golmud won't be arriving with Season 2, but in a later season. Still, its return is officially confirmed. EA states that Golmud Railway is being rebuilt, not simply ported forward. That likely means the map will be adjusted, possibly shrinking or refining its large cold zones. Given Battlefield 6's focus on constant action and dense hotspots, I fully expect those wide, quiet areas to be reduced. That said, Golmud fits the current flat map design philosophy quite well, which is probably why it was chosen, and despite any changes, it was one of my favorite Battlefield 4 maps, so I'll gladly take it. We're also getting Battle Royale solo for RedSec. I'm not a huge RedSec fan, but I've wanted to try it without feeling like I'm dragging teammates down. Solo mode solves that problem completely, so I'll definitely give it a shot. And that's pretty much everything we know about Battlefield 6 Season 2 so far. What do you think? Is Golmud Railway the right map to bring back? How do you think the toxic gas mechanic will work? And are you excited or worried about the little bird? Let me know in the comments. You know I read all of them. As always, see you in the next video and see you on the battlefield.